Greetings. My name is James Busey. I am one of the Quality Improvement Officers here within the Scottish Borders Council Central Education team, and it is my pleasure to host today's SBC Way February Connector session. This is the third. We had a together time in August and again in October, and here we are in February across 2 different days, hence the pre-recorded video for ease of reference. So today, as part of our connector session, there'll be a few little updates. You're going to hear an update in terms of our breakthrough curriculum, what's been happening and what is coming up. And then there'll be a few short updates about particular content on the SBC Way Launchpad. Some of this will be relevant to all staff, some of it more particular for primary staff, and your head teachers will direct you accordingly. Okay, so let's get started. And I'm going to start by giving you an update on our curriculum and the work that we've been undertaking and that you have been involved with. All of this work is in line with the SBC Way so that we can get that increased clarity of what our learners are experiencing across our schools, consistency in how they experience it and how we deliver it. Collaboration so that we can talk meaningfully and co-create and share in that experience. Challenge to ourselves as practitioners, but also to challenge to our learners so that we're really aiming for best and aiming for the highest levels of attainment. And creativity, well, creativity comes when we know stuff, when we're confident in something, and then we can think differently with it. So by bringing this consistency, this clarity, we can be creative in how we deliver it. And that's what we're aiming to do with a breakthrough curriculum. Our breakthrough curriculum has that moral purpose right at the centre of every child and every young person across the borders has the right, has an entitlement to a high quality education. And it shouldn't matter which school they go to, that should be the expectation and the offer. And for various reasons, we need to be working together to bring that about. So that's our purpose. Every child and young person deserves the very, very best. We want to offer a precise curriculum, precise in so much as we as teachers and practitioners, we know what the expectation is of us and what the expectation is of our learners, but personalised so that we can get it right for the children in the cohort in front of us. We can tweak it according to who is in front of us in that moment, and underpinned all of that by professional learning to ensure that we as adults, we as practitioners can deliver this with confidence and with competence. So we are focusing on a BGE curriculum. Senior phase is as a different kettle of fish, and that is being explored nationally. But for us, we have a responsibility as a local authority to get that BGE curriculum right, and that's what we're working on. There are 3 phases to this programme of work. We are on the now stage. I'll elaborate on that in a moment. We then move on to the then stage, and finally the next stage, each of which I'll elaborate. So the now. This year has been about a year of alignment, a year of engagement, focusing on literacy and numeracy. And there's no apologies for that. Across the BGE, literacy and numeracy are the foundations of learning. And we have to get that right. And if we can get that solid foundation, we can have confidence that that wider, richer curriculum will really flourish. So this year has been about engagement, and I wanted to say a huge thank you to every single one of you who has been part of that, who have looked at your current curriculum in your schools, and you've looked at the new direction of travel, and you've responded to the audit questions. And I wanted to reassure you that the answers to those questions are absolutely informing what we're doing next for August 2024. So your answers have not been in vain. Your answers have been vital to helping us shape what is going to be happening in our schools. So thank you so much for your year of engagement. We're going to move on to then a year of implementation or years of implementation. And that will involve ensuring that the support is there for you as class teachers, as school leaders, to be able to take the thinking, the ideas, the pathways and deliver. So what's coming is, as you can see on the screen there, you will be provided with very clear pathways, with model planners setting out how to deliver that pathway over time, whether that be over a year, over a term, over a block, over a week. Very clear assessment calendars, setting out those assessment approaches that are appropriate for all learners, giving us that moment in time, that standardized information, as well as other approaches that can be used for you to get that formative diagnostic information about your learners. Wrapped around that will be the pedagogy toolkit, so that you feel confident to be able to deliver the content set out in the pathways. Professional learning encompassing it all. I also want to hint here that coming up as we start to expand and explore that wider curriculum, next year we'll also have some content focused on STEM, science, technology, engineering and maths, that wider curriculum offer. We're very fortunate to have got some external funding for this year and next year, and we're going to be using that to ensure that that primary STEM offer is available to all learners and to all schools. And we can't forget that, yes, it's literacy and numeracy, but health and well-being encompasses all. Health and well-being is a foundation for all. Healthy mind, healthy body. And so we need to make sure that that is constantly reviewed and refined over the coming year. But the focus is going to be on implementing the literacy and the numeracy with those 4 tools available to all schools come August. And school leaders, you'll be getting this information in readiness for your May in-service day. So by May, you will be very clear on what is coming and what is asked of you and what support is going to be available. So that's the then stage, August 2024 onwards. And then we're going to move into the next stage. And this is ultimately the kind of the dream. We have a curriculum for excellence. The totality of the curriculum is the 4 parts there. Yes, we talk about the subjects, but we want to talk about interdisciplinary learning, personal achievement, and overall life of the school. And if we can get the foundations right, we can begin to explore those things in much more creative ways. Because ultimately, what we have a responsibility for is to help our learners become those things, those 4 capacities. There's debate about the wording, but ultimately, who doesn't want the children and young people in our care to be successful as learners, confident as individuals, responsible citizens in the world that they are going out into, and effective contributors to society? Those are noble aims, and that is our charge. So that's what we're aiming to do, is getting all the foundations in place so that together across the BGE, across all subject disciplines, we can begin to really realise the bold ambition of Curriculum for Excellence. So now, then, next, curriculum update done, tick. Let's move on to a little bit of an SBC Way Launchpad update, still from me, still stuck with me for now. The SBC Way Launchpad, it was launched back in August, and it is the one-stop shop. That is the plan for it, one-stop shop for all things education, trying to bring all the different bits and pieces which are out there into one place. So you can see on your screen there, that is the Launchpad homepage, and on the right, there's the QR code that would take you directly to it. Hopefully, you've already got that as saved as a favorite on your iPad or on your desktop, and hopefully you've got posters with those QR codes in your staff rooms. If you don't, please get in touch with your school leader or school admin, and we can make sure those posters are available. I wanted to bring your attention to 2 things today. First thing, on the home screen, we've introduced a new tool, which is the news icon, and that will be regularly updated with news. Does what it says on the tin. The things that you need to know about which are apt for you. So it will be the weekly updates, it will be the upcoming professional learning, it could be a quick survey just to gauge your opinion on something, but that will be regularly refreshed. So please just get into the regular habit of checking that news icon. The other thing I wanted to bring your attention to, which is relevant to all of us in schools, is an update to the Inspire Learning option within Core Business. So Core Business on the home screen, and then you'll come to, in the middle, Inspire Learning. When you click on that, there is now the updated Inspire Learning blog, which has a wealth of information to support enhancing learning using digital technology. Please take a moment to look at that, explore it, and get in touch with the Inspire team if you have any other questions. Okay, nearly me done, trying to keep to time. You will shortly have the opportunity to watch a further 3 update videos. They are going to be coming from Emma Sowerby, our Inclusion and Wellbeing Head Teacher. These are messages relevant to all staff. We all have a responsibility to get inclusion right in our schools. It is not the responsibility of certain individuals. It is the responsibility of every adult to get inclusion right. So the messages from Emma are relevant for all of us. So please tune in and take note. That'll be followed by an update from Yvonne Wilson. She is our ASN and Health and Wellbeing Officer. The messages from Yvonne are particularly relevant to all primary staff delivering the primary health and wellbeing curriculum, but also to all secondary pastoral staff who are responsible for delivering the secondary health and wellbeing curriculum. So please tune into that. And finally, the video from Alison Heaton, who is our Primary Science Development Officer. That is particularly for our primary teacher colleagues. So please watch that final video to find out about the existing STEM support and what's coming up. Okay, so that's the end of the update from me. I hope that's helpful. I hope it gives you a flavour of what's coming. I hope it gives you a reminder of the Launchpad and the content that is there. It is there to be a one-stop support for you, and I hope you find it useful. Have a positive day if it's about to start. I hope you've had a positive day if it's about to end. To all of you, thank you for your ongoing efforts, your ongoing energy, your ongoing commitment to getting it right for the children and young people of the Scottish Borders. Take care all. Bye-bye.